And we are live.
Hello, everybody. First of all, sorry for the delay. We had the technical issues, but we are here. Okay. And today we're gonna discuss about the time. Please have a seat, grab a cold drink because it's very hot where we are. I don't know where you are. Why it's hot as well. Beautiful time. We're not going to complain because in a few months it's gonna be very hot or very cold, and then we're gonna complain again. So let's appreciate the time we have, and yeah, take it again. Now mute yourself, someone. Thank you. Right. The topic for today: why time is an investor's greatest asset. When people think about investing, they often focus on money, but time is actually the most valuable asset an investor can have. Money can be earned, yes, and can be lost and earned again, but time cannot be replaced. When the time is gone, it's gone. It doesn't come back, unfortunately. So this is often called the snowball effect. You see, I don't know if you've been living, in a cold place. If you live in a cold place like USA or Canada, you know that when the kids are playing with the snowball, they roll with a small one. Uh, when they keep rolling over, it gets bigger. So they can make a snowman, rolling down on a hill gradually become much larger because it keeps adding more snow, right? So time allows compounding to work is magic. The time is always now. Okay. So I'm gonna keep I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Nicole. I'm a mother living in the UK, educational psychologist as a professional, and a business owner. I'm going to hand up the platform to Billy, who's going to introduce herself and tell us what she's going to talk about the time. To you, Billy.
Yeah. Thank you, sis. Yeah, today, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Billy. I'm a registered nurse. I live in the UK, originally from Nigeria, and a very proud digital business owner. So today we are talking about an interesting topic. Stay tuned, grab your pen and paper because you might need to take some important notes. So our question today is why time is an investor's greatest asset? Yeah, that is a good question. Time is very important in whatever we do, either in
Mm,
our corporate job, either in our businesses, either in whatever we do. In bringing up children, in making decisions, time is very important. Sometimes we see great opportunity, but we just say, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. There's no perfect time. When you say you are not ready, when are you going to be ready? you know so today I'm just going to talk about different investments. In some, we have different investments. In some investments, when you invest, you need time. You need to wait for that business to grow. You need to wait for longer time before you can start earning.
mhm,
Because when we look at market can rise and it can fall. Prices can go up and come. Prices are not always stable,
mm,
and there is uncertainty in business, in marketing. So some people may lose their money, and in a long time, some people can recover that money they invested. So I am going to talk about our digital marketing. In our digital marketing, there is no risk. Our business doesn't come with any risk. You invest, you take your investment home. There's no risk, there's no thinking that, oh, I've lost. No, there's nothing to lose in this marketing business we are talking about. And the good thing about our business is they even give you 30 days to do your due diligence. They give you 30 days. If you get all the information you need and you don't want to proceed, you get your money back. $149 you are paying, you get it back. In our business, like I said earlier, time is very important. In this business as well, you need time. It depends on your strategy. It depends on your knowledge. It depends on your skills. It depends on how you plug to the system. It depends on how hungry you are. If you are really hungry and you carry your business, you put it as if it's your main job, it's your main source of income, you will definitely get results. You don't have to wait longer time. Because I will use example. In your corporate job, now they said we retired around 65, 67, and they are debating on increasing it to 70. So you do this business, within 2, 3, 4 years, you're already retiring from that corporate job. So which one is more better? So my brothers, my sister, don't wait for the perfect time. There's no perfect time. Now is the time to take that action. Take action and see it grow. Because in this business, as you are doing your business, you are leaving something good for your children, for your generation, and you are improving yourself. So there's nothing to lose in our network marketing. So today is Tuesday. We have webinar tonight. If you want to come and check it out, register whoever you want to register with, and automation will send you invitation to that free webinar. So I don't want to take time so that other people. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah, we're back. Thank you so much, Billy. Thank you. As she said, the time helps smooth out market fluctuations. So the time is always now. The earlier, the better is. Okay. So I'm gonna hand the platform to Zam, who's gonna introduce herself and tell us something about time. To you, Zam.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Billy. My name is Zam, and I'm a mom of three and a nurse. I'm a proud business online. I'm a proud business owner. Um, Also, I would like to add on why time is an investor's greatest asset. Now, I'm going to talk about time allows consistent contribution. And if you like to invest, successful investment is rarely about making one large amount or large sum of money. Most wealth is built through regular monthly contributions. It could be you have to be patient to let that money grow. Discipline, you have to obviously put something away in the pocket and let it grow as time goes by. Time gives investors many opportunities to add to other investments, creating a base for future growth. But also, for example, you can pay like £100 in you can have an investment of £100, which is really helpful. But if you have £100 investment, for example, for about 20 years, that can be quite substantial, and small. It can be small but consistent action over time, and often it outperforms occasional large benefits. So that's why we're here. Owning a business takes time, but we need to add in We need to give it time. We need to contribute to it to make the business grow. And yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Like Sister Billy, if you're interested in what in the topic we're talking about, and you think you have time to invest in an online business, please do join us or comment below, and we could give you more information. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jam. Indeed, small but consistency matters. Even if it's small, remember the snowball starts small, rolling over, it gets big. Okay, you don't come rich like that overnight. Thank you, Zam. Right, I don't know if we can hear Esther. Hi, Esther. Can you hear us?
You are muted.
Hello. Hello, Nicole. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm Esther. I'm a mother of four. I live in France, originally from Uganda. I don't know whether you can hear me well.
Yeah, but there's a background noise. I don't know if you can mute the behind or okay.
It's frozen.
No. Well, thank you for the topic about time. Since I have an echo. Why time is an investment, is an investor's greatest asset. Am I okay?
I think we have a issue. Esther, it doesn't matter. It's yeah, okay. We lost her. Never mind. So I am going to welcome Berna, our coach. Okay. Present yourself and please, what can you tell us about the time? I know time matters, but what can you tell us? To you, Berna.
Thank you for this time, for giving me the platform. Just introduce myself. My name is Bena. I am a mom, a nurse by profession, a proud digital business owner, originally from Uganda, born and raised, now living in the UK. So today, this topic is very, very, touching to me, because everyone who starts a business, they will always speak about, the first thing you're always thinking about is the financial side of whatever you're plugging into. Before all these other benefits, you don't even see them. You only think positively on financial. How can I gain financially? These other things that we are talking about, the flexibility, more time with your family, they always come in later. But when you are starting out, it's just the main focus will always be is, financial. But how does time build that financial freedom that you are looking for? So the most people think about time like, think about wealth. They think about money, but successful investors understand, something different. Money is important, but time is also a real asset. You can lose money and make it back, but when you lose a job, you can also find another one. But once time is gone, you can never find that again. You can never find that again. So that's why we say time builds financial freedom. That's why people who build long-term financial freedom learn how to make time work for them instead of always trading time for money. What does time mean? What does it mean to make time work for you? Most people are told you work more hours, earn more money, repeat all of that. The challenge is that there's only 24 hours in a day. No matter how hardworking you are, you eventually hit your limit. And, it's like planting a seed that can grow over time, just like a farmer does, planting a seed today and expect to have it. You cannot plant a seed today and expect to have a harvest tomorrow. Investors who need that patience to know that I'm planting a seed. I need time to allow it to grow, to allow it to work for me. Time allows that growth. One of the greatest financial principles is that growth, compound growth. Small actions repeated consistently, as Dam said, over time will create that massive result that you are looking for. But what holds us back a lot is that we are impatient. We don't give ourselves time to let what we are doing, what we've planted, what we are investing our time in or our money in, to give it time to grow. We are so impatient. And I'm one of those people who thought like that all the time. It's like I start something, if it's not working the way I want it to work, I move on, I jump from one thing to another. That's why people term it is, jumping for those shiny things. Yet, if you put time in one skill, doesn't matter how difficult, but you've put in your time, you've put in your financial, you invested in it, eventually you might fall, but you learn from those failures that you get and be able to get up stronger and move forward. So 10 years, will provide a shade if you plant a tree. So it's like when you plant a tree today, you will water it, you will do whatever, put it on good soil, whatever, but you planted it maybe in your compound. And especially for us who come from Africa, you put it in your compound and you say, this tree will give me shade. The way it grows, it, whatever. When I'm tired, I want to sit out and get some fresh air, I'll sit under this shade. But you don't expect it to grow, to give you that shade within a few months, a year, or whatever. You will plant it, give it time, water it, do all that you need to do. And maybe in 2 years or 10 years, it will give you that shade that you are looking for. That is what? That is time. That is being patient, putting the, putting your patience towards what you want to grow. So the earlier you start building something, the more time you have to give it to grow. That's why starting is often more important than being perfect. Most people wait for to be perfect to start something. There is nothing that you can start and you say, I'm perfect at it, unless you've been practicing it before. And then you do it, and then you reach what the goals that you want. Time creates that option. Financial freedom is not just about the money. It's about choices. Time gives you those options that you need. Spend more time with your family, attend your children's events if you have kids like at school and you're working so much, many long hours, and you're not able to spend that time with the quality time with them. You might be able to provide for them. They're eating, they're well dressed, you can do this, but do you have that one-to-one time with them to be able to spend that quality time with them? That's why you see in many, especially African households, it's like the father is always out looking for money. You are eating, you are dressing, you're doing all the fun things, but dad is always at work. And at the end, when you find that, I've found anyway in my culture or in my country, that you find that some of the fathers, they grow old and their kids don't even know them. They don't appreciate them because mom was around. It was everything is mom going to buy food. Mom is putting them to bed. Mom is, taking care of them when they are sick. They don't know that the backbone is behind their dad was there, but dad is always very early going to work, coming back, going to work, coming back, providing the financial stability for the home. But the kids don't understand that. They want your physical presence. your physical presence. So it is the same with financial development. You need to nurture it. And then you find that the dads grow old and the kids are only thinking about their mother because she was the one there throughout their life, throughout their growth. Yet dad was working so hard. So you need to find a balance. Put time, give time to your family while you are doing your finances, while you are,
Building it.
Yeah, while you are building your financial freedom. Don't just focus on, I want man, I'll do this, I need this. You jump from this, and build something that is going to give you that flexibility that you need. So
Indeed.
if there is somebody out there, or if there is one thing I want everyone to remember today, is that time is not your enemy. Time is your greatest investment or greatest partner. If you use it wisely, you will be able to do it. So the question is not, do I have enough money to start? Or the question is, am I willing to give my future enough time to grow? Because always we want these shiny things. We want things that grow fast. I want to invest, and tomorrow I want to be a millionaire. All those millionaires we are saying, they started somewhere and they worked their way to becoming those millionaires that we admire right now. So the seed you plant today can become the freedom you will enjoy tomorrow. So don't underestimate the power of starting small, staying consistent, and allowing time to work in your favor. So thank you so much, Nicole. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Berna, for your contribution. True. If there's a parent there who doesn't have time with the children, this is the place. This is the job you have to do. This is the business you have to start. Because when the time is gone, it's gone. And it goes very fast. You still have time. Yes. Time is the greatest asset because it enables compound growth, reduce the impact of market fluctuation, and allow consistent contributions to accumulate into significant wealth. So many people believe they need a lot of money to begin investing. In reality, starting early with a small amount is often more powerful than starting late with a large amount. As Berna was saying about a tree, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Okay? So the same principle applies to investing. The sooner you start, the more time can work your behalf. Time in the market is often more important than timing the market. Stop timing the market. The time is now. And you are not too old for anything. Okay, you deserve more. So if you you can think again what you can do, how you can be flexible with your life, please get in touch and we'll be happy to help you. Hope to see you soon again. Thank you for being with us.
Bye-bye.